Welcome back, everyone. This is the true story of the forest camp where nobody survived. A group of friends decided to go camping in the woods. The forest was known for people disappearing without a trace, but they didn't listen to the warnings and went anyway. When they arrived at the forest, they were shocked to see a stone altar in the middle of nowhere. There were also some animal bones and what looked like some old, dried blood. But they shrugged it off and decided to set up camp anyway. In the morning, they woke up to one of their friends missing. They called his name, but there was no answer. They found his tent ripped open, and his backpack and sleeping bag were unzipped. But he was nowhere to be found. They searched for him for hours, but they couldn't find him anywhere. They even asked the police to help them search, but they didn't find anything. They had no choice but to go home. On the way home, they stopped at a gas station to get some food and water. But when they got inside, they noticed something strange. All of their phones and the map were glitching out. The map app was showing them being in the middle of a lake, and their compasses were spinning wildly. They tried to fix it, but it was no use. They had no choice but to keep driving home. When they finally got home, they told the police about what had happened, but the police didn't believe them. They thought that they were just making up stories to get attention. The next day, they all got together and decided to go back to the forest to look for their friend. But when they got there, they were shocked to see that one of them was missing. Again, they searched for her everywhere, but they couldn't find her anywhere. And once again, their phones and the map were glitching out. The compass was spinning wildly, and the map app was showing them being in the middle of a lake. They kept going back to the forest every day, but every morning one of them would go missing. They were starting to get scared, but they didn't know what to do. Finally, only two of them were left. They were walking through the forest when they saw the stone altar again. It looked different than the last time they had seen it. There were some fresh flowers on it, and there was a small cut in the center. Then they noticed something else. There was a small trail of blood leading away from the altar. They followed the blood trail, and it led them to a small clearing. In the middle of the clearing was another altar, just like the first one. This altar didn't have any flowers or blood, but it did have a small pile of dirt on top of it. As the two campers approached the altar, the pile of dirt started to move. They screamed and ran away, but whatever it was, it seemed to be fast. They could hear it breathing heavily behind them. They ran as fast as they could, but it was getting closer and closer. They could feel its hot breath on their necks. Then they tripped and fell to the ground. The creature pounced on them, and they both screamed. The last thing they heard was a woman's scream before everything went black. The next morning, the police found the two campers' bodies near the altar. They had been stabbed multiple times with a sharp object. The police also found the woman's phone, and it was glitching out just like the others. The police never caught the killer, but they think that the two campers may have stumbled upon a satanic ritual. Some say that the forest is still haunted by the evil entity that lives there. To this day, no one dares to go into the forest. It is said that if you do, you will never come out. The forest is a mystery, and the evil entity that lives there may never be caught. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Thanks for watching.